Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to create a beautiful looking website about music with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So without further ado guys, let's get right into it. So guys, I have created the basic files which are the index.html and the style.css, and I have my images that I'm going to use as well as my music. So guys, let's start. Let's start guys. Alright, so we can press shift and 1 to create this exclamation mark and press tab so we can open our HTML structure, and here I'm just gonna type music makers, and I'm gonna quickly link my website with my style.css. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go on with the HTML. So first we want to create a class of nav links, and inside here we're going to create a nav and a UL with a class of links. So now we are going to put some list items in here and a link, so this will become a link. And here we can do home, home, shift alt and down, we'll copy and paste them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So home, about, playlist, and tickets. So it's like a concert or something. And delete this one. Just like that. Now we can go on and do over here. I want to create another class with a name of intro. So there will be the text. And I'm going to create an h1 in here. So I'm going to type over here music BR makers. Just like that. And now I'm going to create another class called music. And inside here I'm going to create another class called VL, because you're going to create a vertical line. We're just going to leave it empty inside. And here we are going to add an image, and that image is going to be the play.png. So play.png, and then here we can type an h2. So click to hear music. Perfect. And now we are done with this div, and let's start on with another div, and that's going to be the stats. So you know, like when there's a website and says how many clients, how many searches, and those other stuff. So we're going to try and do this class over here, stats, and inside here we're going to put 3 other classes. So we can do user search. So these are the searches that people used, that how many searches there have been. And inside here I'm going to put an image, and this image is called icons, something like that, I think. Yeah, just like that. And we're going to put a P over here so we can type, for example, 40 million plus users searched. User searches, I don't know, searches. Just like that. And we're gonna go on and create another div. Oh, what happened? Yeah, another div, and that's gonna be called favorites. So how many favorites does the song have? So we're gonna add an image over here, and that is gonna be this one. And you guessed it, I got the images from Icons 8 website. And credits to them, of course. And we can create a paragraph over here. 37 million plus favorites. Perfect. And the last class, which is going to be called albums. So how many albums have been sold? So albums. Perfect. And then we can type here what's it called? An image, sorry. An image, and that image is called icons, this one. Just make sure that it's that one. Oh, perfect. And a paragraph, of course. So 23 million plus albums sold. Perfect. And this is how our website should look. And I know it's looking very, 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 very terrible. But we're gonna fix that, guys. Do not worry about a thing. So, first of all, let's remove all the margin and paddings and set the box sizing. So margin 0 pixel, just 0. Paddings 0. And a box sizing of border box. I always do this mistake. Box sizing, border box. Perfect. Now what we can do is that we can select the music. No, not the music. We went too far. First of all, I'm going to add a background. So this is the background of the page. So I have URL background.jpeg. So let's see how that looks. It's this one. Now let's know how it should look. So we can do background size, cover, and a background repeat of no repeat, just in case it repeats itself. And this is how it should look. And I know it's looking pretty ugly. I can't see it. Now, let's start off with the nav links. So nav links, we're gonna give this a height of 100 pixels and a display on flex. So basically we give this a 100 pixel of height somewhere till here, and we are going to be displaying them in a row when we say flex, and we want to justify the content with some space around them, and we want to align the items dead center of the 100 pixels. So this is how they are looking. Now we want to start off with the links. So the UL, so links is going to be display flex, and that will basically put them in a row again. And then we can do the links li, so the list items, and we can do here list style list style none. So basically this will remove the bullet points. As you can see, they're removed, and we want to give them a width of 150 pixels. But before, guys, let me just put a color to this. So let's just go to links lia, color white, just so you can see nothing happened. Links, perfect, as you can see. All right, so we have over here links li with 150 pixels and a font size of 18 pixels. So now let's see how that looks. Very good. Now we go to the links lia, we give it a color of white, and we remove the underline by typing text decoration. Text decoration none. So basically there will be no more underlines. Very good. So I want to add a position relative to these, and we can do left 250%. So they will be pushed to the right side. Very good. And let's quickly add a font family to this. So font family sans serif, and I want to add a font weight to this of 900. So let's see how that looks. Very good. I like that. And now what we can do, we're done with the li a, and we're just gonna add a transition. So 0.3 seconds. I explained this in the 2 other videos, so I'm not gonna explain it again. It's just a transition, of course. So now I want to put an effect when we hover on these. So let's do point links li a hover. We'll give them an opacity of 0.8. So when we hover on these, they have an opacity and they're smooth. And I'm gonna add one more thing over here, the nav. and that's going to be a background color. So background, I mean, you can do background color, whatever you want to do. I'm going to add an RGBA. So RGBA 0, 0, 0, and 0.7. Yes, that's looking better. Now, what I want to do is that I want to go on with our intro. So in the intro, we have the music makers. Yeah, intro. But we're going to select the intro H1. So intro H1. And here we're going to give it a position of absolute. And we want to do top 30% and left 20%. Basically, they're going to push from the top and the left side. And we're going to give it a color of white. And let's see how this is looking so far. So it's this one over here, color white. And we're going to give this a font size of 80 pixels. Let's see. Now bigger. Let's try a little bit, just a little bit bigger. 90 pixels, very good. So I want this text to be uppercase, so I'm gonna give it we're gonna type text transform uppercase. So basically this will turn the text, will capitalize the text. Very good. And I want a shadow. So text shadow, we can have 3 pixels, 3 pixels, 10 pixels, white. This is optional, but I like it. So it's looking like this. And wait, let me see something. So 5 here. Oh shoot, 5. 10. Let's try 15. Yeah, this is looking better. It's better right like this. Alright, now we're done with the intro.h1, and let's move on to the music, where we have our vertical line and the image and the h2. So we can go over here and type dot music. So here I want to do a position of absolute, not relative, absolute, and top 35%, left 30, 50%. Let's see how it's looking. Well, we gotta push it a little bit more, do we? So left, I think it's close enough because we're over here, so it's gonna be displayed as a flex. All right, so that's good, and we want to display them as a flex, just as a flex. Perfect. You can see the text is over here and the logo over here. So what I want to do here is when we go here, we're gonna do it with JavaScript so that it plays. Perfect. Now let's go on to the image. So music, image. Of course, we don't want to leave it like that. So I'm gonna give it a height 45 pixels. And basically that will change the size of the image. Very good. And let's go to here. Oh, and also let's do a color white, because we forgot color white. To give it here a color white. Perfect. And now music.image, music image. And I want to give this a shadow. So we can do box shadow. Box shadow. Of course, I always do it like that. Box shadow. So let's do 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 15 pixels, white. And we're running in a bit of a problem over here. So basically, we save an image is like a rectangular shape, but we are smart, and what we can do is give this image a border radius, so 50%, so it will be like rounded. And as you can see, now it's better. Very, very, very good. I want to add a cursor pointer to this and a transition. So cursor pointer will basically change. When we go here, it says with a pointer. And we'll give this a transition, 0.3 seconds. And now what I want to do is I want to put some things in here. So music, when we hover on this, I'm gonna put something a little bit cool. So hover, we can give this a height of 45 pixels. Oh, sorry. I want this to give this a transform. So transform, rotate 360 degrees. And now, oh, that's too fast. We can fix that by going over here. Oh, for 2 seconds. So this goes like that. And I like that. Very good. Now let's start with our H2. So music H2, basically this text over here. So music H2, and I want to give this some space, so we can do margin left 30 pixels. And as you can see, there's some space over here. And we can give this a text shadow, so let's just copy it from here, paste this here, and don't forget to change this from box to text. And let's see how it looks. I like that. I really like that. Very good. Now, music H2 is done. Now we can do the vertical line. So VL. What we can do here is that because it's like a border, we can do border left. Because the left side is like a vertical line, alright? So 6 pixels, we can give it a 6 pixel of solid white. And look how it looks. It's this one over here. And now what we can do is we can give this a box shadow. We're doing a glowy thing over here. A glowing website. And let's give this a height of 350 pixels. Let's see. Very good. And I have one question. Why is it not working? Let's try here, 10 pixels. Why? Oh, I know why it's not working. We should do box shadow. And let's leave this on 15 pixels. Very good. And now 350 pixels, and I want to give this a margin right, so it will be pushed from the right side because it's too much on the right side. We're gonna put this here. Perfect. And now we're kind of done with this VL. And now we can start off with a little bit of the hard work. So we have the stats over here. So we can select all of them. And we can do this. So position, not relative, but absolute. And we can do left 70% based off the H2, based off the image that we put, and top 50%, and a color of white, as you can see there over here. Now I want to give them a font size, so let's go here, font size 20 pixels, just like that. And now what I want to do is leave the text in one line with those, leave the photo in one line with those things. So we can do that by typing, we cannot do that, what I was thinking. It's just not for it. We are good for that. I mean, we can do that, but we need, I'm so dumb sometimes. And let's give this a text shadow. So, text shadow over here. Come here, you. Text shadow, white. Just like that. And now what we can do is that we can select the paragraph. Oops, start speed. And we can give it a margin top Wait. Let's remove this for a second. Let's do this here. Display flex. And now they're going to be displayed on a row. But don't worry, we're not gonna leave it like this. I mean, they look kind of cool like this if we fix them more. But I want to do something else. Display flex, and we can have the flex direction on a column. So column. Well, it's the same thing. What did I do? LOL. Oh, now I know what I want to do. Let's just delete these because we don't need them. So let's go to user search. But first of all, let's change the image size. So let's give them a height of 40 pixels. Stats image. Very good. Now they're all one. And let's go here now. So user search, display flex. Now they're going to be displayed on a flex. Perfect. We're gonna do the same thing for favorites. Display flex. Very good. And the same thing for albums. So now albums, display flex. Very good. And now as you can see, there's a little bit, we need some space here. So what we can do is we can go to favorites and do a margin top of 30 pixels. And the same thing for the albums, margin top 30 pixels. So they will be pushed from the top side, just like that. And now you can see those text are too close to the photo, to the images. So what we can do is that we can do here stats P. Now what we can do is that we can put a margin to them. So margin left, and that margin is gonna be 10 pixels. Let's see how it looks. Yes, very good. Maybe 15 pixels. Let's see. 15 pixels. Yes, that's better. And as you can see, I want them to be kind of like in one line in the center of these of the photos. As you can see, this is a little bit more up than I wanted to. So what we can do is we can put a margin top over here. Margin top 6 pixels, because we don't need too much. And now it's looking way better. And I want to add one more thing over here, which is the last thing on the CSS. So at the image, of course, we're gonna add a box shadow. Or should we add it or not? Let's see. Because I don't think it's really possible, because it's gonna be displayed a rectangle. But we can do the same thing here. Border radius 50%. And do here box shadow. Nah, it looks terrible, very terrible, so I'm not gonna add it. But I think it's very good like this. And this is the we don't need anything more in the CSS. So now let's start with the JavaScript. So if you want, you can work it in another file, but I want to work it in the HTML5. So we can type over here script, and inside I'm just gonna create a variable. But before we do that, we need to also add our audio, because this is one of the points I'm making this website. So audio, we're gonna add an ID here, and let's name this my song, because we're gonna need it for the JavaScript. And here let's add a source, and here let's do CRC, so search source. And our music is called music mp3 with 2 S's. So music.mp3, and type audio /mp3. just like that. And now let's open our script tag, and here we can create our variable my song, and here we can do document dot get element by ID, and here we can do my song. So basically what we did is that we created this variable called my song, and this variable has the value of the ID over here. So we told the JavaScript, hey, go get this element by the ID of my song. All right, and don't forget the semicolon. Perfect. And now we want to add another ID to the play button. So we can do ID icon. You can name this whatever you want, it really doesn't matter. And here we can do var icon is equal to document dot get element by ID icon. Very good. Now here is the part that is a little bit tricky. Not tricky, but fun and cool. So we want to type here when the icon on click. So when we click the icon, we are going to have a new function. And don't forget the parentheses and the curly brackets. And here we can type an if statement. So we want to check if. So you can if condition. So here we can do if my song dot paused. So if the song is paused, here we can do an action. So we can type here icon. Oh, first my song dot play, and don't forget this. And we want to change the icon to icon dot crc. So basically icon search, and we want to put the pause.png, just like that, pause.png. Else we can do my song dot pause, no, not this, my song dot pause and icon src is equal to play.png. And now let's test this. I really hope it works. And it's working. So just like that, it is working. And now this is the part 1. The website is literally, it's so bad looking, it's not even responsive. So I'm gonna do that in the part 2. And that's really it for the video today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel and turn on the post notifications. And if you didn't, just dislike or do whatever you want. If you have any problems, please type it in the comments. I will try to respond to all of them. And I'm gonna head off right now, so I will see you next time. Bye, guys.